This is NBC 10 News Today.
News this morning, we have exclusive video of a local off-duty cop handing his gun to a fellow police officer. What's unusual about that? It happened right after he shot his neighbor.
A brush fire disrupts SEPTA regional rail service. Find out where it happened and if it will affect your morning commute.
And this tremendous overtime goal takes the Flyers and Sabres to 7 tonight, the preview of the upcoming. Good morning and welcome to NBC News 10. I'm Nikki Noel.
And I'm Leanne Sturt. It's Tuesday, April 26, 2011.
This morning, an off-duty Philadelphia police officer has been placed on desk duty after shooting a neighbor. The victim is in critical condition. NBC 10's Justin Peasy has the latest story on this news.
And the guy come out of the house and he was holding his gun down like this and a badge like that.
Thomas Grafton shot this cell phone video shortly after an off-duty Philadelphia police officer, the man in the orange shirt, allegedly shot at 23-year-old Josh Taylor in the 4600 block of Worth Street in Frankfurt.
It was loud enough to draw my attention to the situation.
Neighbors say the men were fighting over a parking spot. The victim's fiancé says she was inside the couple's home with their 2 children.
And next thing you know, my boyfriend's running in the house, shuts the door behind him, and the cop opened the door fully on his own, no warrant, under nothing, have on him, opened the door and got in a stance and just shot him right in the chest and ran.
Police say the off-duty officer told investigators Taylor pointed a gun at him. Britton says Taylor did have a gun, but it was in his back pocket, and he never threatened the officer with it.
It's his friend's birthday. They were going to go to the gun range. He had a gun in his back pocket, a handgun.
That was Justin Peasy reporting. We are following the story closely and will continue to bring you the latest right here on NBC 10.
Grief counselors will be on hand this morning at a local high school after one of its students was gunned down. 18-year-old Jarrell Shea was shot and killed Sunday afternoon. He was a senior at Wincott Academy and just weeks away from graduation. Shea played basketball and enjoyed music. Shea was shot on the front steps of his home on the 1300 block of North 55th Street in Philadelphia. Police say 2 men came to his house looking for him, and Shea came out with his father.
And when he came out, he talked to the guy, and then he went to walk away. And I was standing there to protect my son, like I always do. And the guy turned around with the gun, and the gun was so fast. It was so fast. It shot my baby, and I couldn't protect him. Stop. I saved everybody else. I helped everybody else and couldn't save my baby boy.
The 2 men ran away. Police are still searching for them.
An Egg Harbor Township family will say their final farewell today to a young mother found murdered in the Schuylkill River. A week ago, 19-year-old Nadira Ruffin body was found in the river by a college rowing team. Authorities say that Ruffin was shot to death after 4 people kidnapped her from her cousin's Atlantic City home on March 26th. Investigators are still trying to find out who may have killed the young woman and why.
New this morning, SEPTA's Norristown high-speed line is running on its normal schedule after a brush fire overnight. The fire started along the tracks around 11 o'clock last night. Passengers were taken by bus. While firefighters put out the flames, there was no word yet on what caused the fire. Also new this morning, investigators are looking into what caused a house fire in Philadelphia's Strawberry Mansion section. The blaze broke out around 11:30 last night. The house at 32nd and Burke Street was abandoned. No one was hurt.
An elderly couple in Delaware County get a special delivery, and it's not from Sears catalog. The couple, expecting a shipment from Sears, instead received a box filled with a pound of marijuana. When they made the discovery, they immediately called Upper Darby Police. The marijuana...
It could have been a trial run just to see if the law enforcement community was watching. Or B, and we've seen it happen, where the receiver, even though he or she does not live at that location, they track the package via the computer. So they know basically when the package is going to be delivered.
The marijuana is estimated to be worth more than $23,000. Police are trying to track down who sent it.
when you're looking at the angle cameras, kind of shift your body, not just your head. Okay. And usually if you see white pop up, just pause a little bit, okay?
So I get your...
Check on your latest sports headlines. The NFL lockout has been lifted, at least for now. A federal judge has granted the players' request for an injunction to lift the lockout. The ruling gives players an early victory, but the NFL is promising to appeal. Negotiations are scheduled to resume next month. Tonight is Game 7 of the Eastern quarterfinals at the Wells Fargo Center. This is how the Flyers forced the 7th game. An overtime goal gave them a 5-4 win over the Sabres. The puck drops on Comcast Sportsnet tonight at 7:30. The Phillies' 5-game winning streak comes to an end in Arizona. Cliff Lee wasn't that bad, but he wasn't that good. Either Lee struck out 12, but he gave up 2 home runs to the Diamondbacks. Final score, 4-0. Tonight's game in Phoenix will air at 9:40 on the Comcast network. And the Sixers are hoping for a comeback playoff win. Tomorrow night, the Sixers visit Miami for Game 5 of their Eastern quarterfinal series. The Heat lead 3-1. That's it for sports. Back to you.
Tonight, it's the premiere of Voice. Many
people will be tuning into NBC 10 to check out this new twist on singing competitions. Judges Christina Aguilera, CeeLo Green, Blake Shelton, and Adam Levine will not be able to see the performers. So they will judge contestants distinctly on their singing talent.
Then the judges will monitor the performances later stages of the competition. The Voice debuts tonight starting at 9 p.m. right here on NBC 10. That's it for News Today.
Thanks for joining us and have a great day.
On your latest report, headlines in the NFL lockout has been lifted, and at least for now. A federal judge has granted the players' request for an injunction to lift the lockout. The ruling gives players an early victory, but the NFL is promising to appeal. Negotiations are scheduled to resume next month. Tonight is Game 7 of the Eastern quarterfinals at the Wells Fargo Center. This is how the Flyers forced the 7th game. An overnight goal gave them a 5-4 win over the Sabres. The puck drops on Comcast Sportsnet tonight at 7:30. The Phillies' 5-game winning streak comes to an end in Arizona. Cliff Lee wasn't that bad, but wasn't that good either. Lee struck out 12, but gave up 2 home runs on the Diamondbacks. Final score, 4-0. Tonight's game in Phoenix will air at 9:40 on the Comcast network. And the 76ers are hoping for a comeback playoff win tomorrow night. The Sixers visit Miami for a Game 5 of their Eastern quarterfinal series. The Heat lead 3-1. That's it for sports. Back to you. I'm Nikki Noel for NBC 10 News. There's
no script, you gotta make it up.
Oh. Today we'll see partly sunny skies around 85 degrees, and tomorrow going back into 83. For Thursday, showers and thunderstorms. You might want to bring an umbrella. And Friday, we're going to see lots of wind. Saturday will be very nice. And Sunday, some clouds and sun. And then back to Monday, again, a chance for possible thunderstorms. Back to you.